Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you will love this vibe and everything that's well about me is in the description below. This can be past, present, or future. You or someone around you. So take the resonance and the rest with someone else. This is a general reading. This is not a personal reading. If you like a personal reading, check out the description below. Remember that tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule. It's a good idea to have with the cup. When you are on Lady Noble's channel, you really want to see this. Thank you all for stopping by. Thank you for your love and your support. All are welcome on the channel. Our contributions are appreciated. Like I said, okay. The first card that I have here is the Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords is feeling like you are stuck, feeling like you are in a situation that you can not get out of, okay? Looking for the sunshine, but the Eight of Swords, you're feeling as if you cannot break away from a situation. This could be a relationship. This could be a way of thinking. This could be a job, okay? This could be something going on within a family, some kind of tradition or belief. But either way, you're dealing with the energy of feeling like you're stuck or binded to a situation. The Spirit is saying that is far from the truth. The sun is not far from you. All that you desire is obtainable, okay? And so there's something going on, or possibly someone in your ear trying to persuade you, make you feel or think that it's not possible for you to be free, that it's not possible for you to be successful, okay? You could have people maybe, planting seeds of doubt, just being negative. Be mindful of who you share your plans with, your dreams with. You could have people maybe you're confiding, hoping that there'll be a support. Maybe people are speaking down or throwing shots or just being very negative. You could be someone on social media. Maybe people are speaking against that, telling you that's not a job, that's not a real job, that's fake, or you're not funny, nobody's going to like your channel, if you are on social media, okay? And so you could have just a lot of different things going on. People just trying to possibly defeat you or make you feel defeated. Okay? One second, ladies and gentlemen. One second, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so you could have people, wanting you to feel defeated. Maybe you got a new job. Maybe you're excited. You're grateful. You're happy. You could have people possibly speaking against that new job. Telling you things. I know someone that worked there. They don't pay much. That's a horrible place to work. Whatever it is, you could just have people planning just seeds of doubt. You could be saving for a car. Don't buy a car there. Don't, just a bunch of negativity. So Spirit is saying, just get into the habit collective of keeping your business to yourself. It's about playing the game to win. It's not about fear. Using your intelligence, being confident, and using your wisdom as you move forward. Because there's someone who is wanting or desiring for you to have a tower moment. They want to see you fall, they want to see you crumble, but that's not in the cards for you. Just because you are desiring to have a weapon form doesn't mean that it's going to prosper, and that applies to any of us. If it's not in the cards for that person or it's unwarranted energy, it's just not going to happen. And so your energy, your personality is very fun loving, very positive, and that could also bother a person that is living out of their shadow or that is low vibrational. You're very upbeat, like music, up tempo. Okay, they're the people you are around are like a slow love song, and you're like a disco boogie oogie oogie. That's the message, okay? Try to give you a metaphor to show you that you are the people you are around. You're not on their vibration, you're not on their frequency, and that they're not happy for you. Be mindful of who you share your information with. They want you to be uncertain. They want you to be full of illusions. They want to calcify your third eye. They want to calcify your third eye. Wow. They wish that they had the power to, or they could be desiring to do this. Block your third eye. Interrupt your intuitive abilities as you see the barcode scanning their third eye. I like to call it first eye. And so they could also wish that they could block your intuitive gifts. Okay. And I'm saying they, so it could be more than one person, maybe 2 to 3 people, or maybe even more. So there could be people watching you, observing you, monitoring you, whether it's on social media, at work, in your family, in your home, in a group or organization that you may be connected to. And you're the fun loving, you're always happy, you're always smiling, hey, how y'all doing, y'all all right, and they probably walk in like, hey, how y'all doing, that kind of energy. You're on a whole different vibration, a whole different page than these people. And Spirit is saying, in your leisure time, if you're not in a situation where maybe you're forced to be around these people, to make sure you disengage as much as possible. You want to extremely decrease the amount of your time being around these people, and to cut communication, because the things that you are sharing with them, they could be mocking you, copying you, mocking you, trying to sabotage. Okay? There is someone who wants to really block your intuitive gifts. You could be a divination reader of some sort. It doesn't have to be tarot, it could be anything. You could read tea leaves, you could read water, you could read candle wax, you could read smoke, bones, stones, curry shells, egg shells. Yeah, there's someone just wishing they could take your gifts, wishing they could distort it, okay? Could be accusing you of being fake or phony, okay? You could be someone who's, maybe you're an excellent employee at your job. Doesn't matter what kind of work you do. And maybe management, they feel like management favors you. This is for somebody. Maybe they are aware of the positive talk that is happening about you, the discussions that management have about you, collective. This could be something that you are unaware of. You're unaware that, people are speaking positively about you. You appreciate being appreciated, but for this person to uh, want to see you holding on barely by a thread with the Four of Pentacles here. Just doesn't make any sense here, because they should really be focusing on themselves. This person could also be judging, your love relationship, your career, who you choose to love, who you're in a relationship with. Maybe you come off as someone who's in a happy, loving, passionate relationship. They could envy this as well. And so that's why they're desiring to see a tower moment happen for you. You've got it popping in your love life, on the job. You come off as naturally happy, and content and at peace with yourself. And so this bothers them. Wow. And so once again, collective, this reading is clearly someone in the business of minding your business, okay? All right. This could be causing them to go bananas. With the Hierophant energy, sources showing up in the read. They need to focus on themselves. They need to focus on making sure they have a spiritual connection. But this person is very spiritually disheveled, sources say. They know nothing about being centered or grounded, or maintaining their peace, or maintaining their vibration, or staying positive or grateful. This is somebody who knows nothing about nothing what I'm speaking of. It's foreign to them. It's something unheard of. Nor do they have an interest of trying to learn about these things. With the Nine of Swords, this could be someone who's constantly battling. The Nine of Swords energy. This is someone who could possibly be suffering worry, lots of insomnia, lots of emotional depletion, Spirit is saying. So this person in their personal life is going through so much that they try to inflict their energy onto other people where and whenever they can. So you may not be the only person that they are watching and observing and hoping to have a downfall. But every time they try these tactics, the more they try to inflict towers onto different people, the more they experience more emotional depletion, the more they experience more upheaval in their household or in their relationships. So the more that they come for you or anyone else, unwarrantedly, that's not bothering them, the more this expands. This water here, this expands. It goes into an overflow, and so this person is, spiritually disheveled. Trying to figure out, why is it that they can't get their life together? Why is it that they can't find someone to love them, and reciprocate that energy? Why is it that they can't be happy on their job? Why is it that there isn't peace in their home? It's because you're too focused on the wrong things. You can't take away or distort a gift, you know, that is God given, that is written in the stars for the collective. You cannot destroy, block, or take away what is, already innate within a being, a person, such as yourself. These are your innate gifts. These are gifts you were born with. You're extremely intuitive. You're very spiritual. This is who you are. This is not something you're pretending to be. And just because they're not in agreement of who you are, whether it's your career, who you choose to love, whether you have a divination business or service, doesn't matter. If you're selling bologna sandwiches on the side of the road, excuse me, it's not up to them to pick and choose when you should stand, when you should sit, should you go right or should you go left. And so this person has a distorted view, extremely distorted view of how life goes here on planet Earth. And so they have to come into their own awakening and understanding. And until they choose to do so, they will stay on the hamster wheel. They will stay going in circles, wondering and waiting for things to be more clear. Yes, their view is very distorted at this time and has been for a long time because they stay in this energy with a lot of people. Instead of being kind, instead of being supportive, or if you don't support something that someone does, you don't have to. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to, you don't have to go along to get along. But if something or someone doesn't interest you, you can simply just not communicate. Life is really just that simple. And maintain your peace about yourself and don't miss out or block your own blessings. Just don't engage with that person. It's just that simple. And so this person is going in circles, chasing like a dog chasing their tail. They're going in circles, getting nowhere. And it's because, they have that God complex. They're trying to, play like they're the chief and they're really an Indian. They need to sit the fuck down. They need to sit the fuck down. Okay? Meanwhile, you're happy, joy, joy. This is that energy that bothers them. This is that energy that distorts them, that pees them off. And this could be a person that knows you or don't know you, okay? This could be a coworker who don't know you or a neighbor who don't know you, okay? They see you, but they don't know you, okay? Total misjudgment, misappropriation of energy and focus. And what they're doing, they're creating more karma for themselves, okay? And they're also inflicting stagnation onto themselves. They're doing it onto themselves. Well, they should be in the garden, planting. Okay, planting seeds of growth. Should be working on their creativity and their determination. There's so many things to give our attention to on a daily, rather than nonsense, rather than things that are just not positive or not healthy. Life is enough by itself. And I'm pretty sure we all would agree to that. Doesn't matter who you are, where you're from. Life is enough by itself. Just experiencing it, just going through the process. So if life is enough by itself and you're projecting negative energy, you're creating more conflict for yourself. I mean, when you let that marinate, it doesn't make sense, and darn sure won't bring you no dollars. Could possibly create stagnation there too. But they're wondering, why is it that the collective has always got something new going on with the Seven of Cups? Why is it that the collective is always coming out smiling? Why is the collective always coming here in the morning with donuts and coffee? Hey, I bought everyone donuts. Or maybe you're that. Oh, it's Friday. What are you doing? Oh, yeah, I'm going on a trip. Me and my honey's going on a trip. We're going away for the weekend. And they don't like it. You're not doing nothing. You're just being you, and you don't have to dim your light or change who you are. Spirit is saying this is just a notification. This is a spiritual notification. Oh, that's all. That's all. Of the haters doing what they do. Continue to sit in your abundance with the Queen of Cups. You've got plenty if there ain't empty, male or female. Okay? You've got plenty, very intuitive, okay? Lots of compassion and lots of healing you have done, and that's why all that love is around you. You have more than enough. More than enough. You got the right stuff, okay? Yes. People are more interested in hearing negativity than something positive. You could be someone, like I said, you've always got something positive going on, or something happy, or a trip, or some kind of event, or a funny joke to tell, and they think it's fake. It's not fake. This is the vibration and the frequency that the collective is in. And because you are low vibrational, you are unable to obtain or maintain a vibration of such. And so it comes off as an illusion, and it's not. Cross watcher, there is more than what meets your two eyes. There's a whole nother world, a whole nother life. There are plenty of worlds. We are miniature worlds living inside of a bigger world. Okay? But there is a whole another world going on. Confirmation. Outside of what you think you are living, of what you think you are experiencing. You know, if you're someone who actually think, oh, there's only just one kind of fruit you can eat. I'll use that for example. There's only apples in the world. No, there's a plethora of fruits you can eat or choose from. You know, there's only, vinaigrette, vinaigrette house dressing. No, there's a plethora of dressings that you can utilize. Okay, you know, there's many, many, many worlds outside of the world that you are living, that you are experiencing. And it depends on your vibration and your frequency, where you are at in life, how you, see people, your perception, your idea of how to exist and interact here on planet Earth. You will be privy to experience such things. But it takes time, and it happens at different timing for different people. But you cannot go around being angry or feeling hateful and want to create evil doings onto people because they are experiencing or presenting an energy or vibration that you are desiring. You must work on yourself and tune into your own calibration and find out what works for you, what your passions are, what makes you happy. We all have our own mission, our own paths, our own contracts to fulfill, our own unique individual divine purpose, spiritually speaking, respectfully so. So it's just that the collective is on a different vibration. This is not phony or fake. This is who they are, hated or loved. Now I'm hearing 50 Cent, hated or loved, the underdogs on top. He's saying, I'm going to shine until my heart starts. Go ahead and envy me. Yeah, that's the game, 50 Cent. Yeah, I'm Rap's MVP, okay? And I ain't going nowhere so you can get to know me. Yeah, okay? The collective is the MVP. They loving who they are. You know, they're in the sunshine here. You're feeling like this Eight of Swords, but this is the collective. They're in the sunshine. They're in this bliss. They feel this. They walk in this. They live this. They really do this, be this, and breathe this. And you don't like it, and that's too bad. As long as you stay in this energy here, you will push yourself away from this opportunity here, because this is the collective. And cross watcher, this is your energy. This is the perception of how you see yourself, feeling stuck and bonded, and you're not stuck. We are all fully capable and able to obtain and maintain anything that we desire. It is up to us individually. It is up to you. Okay, so you can keep hoping and wishing. You're going to miss your boat. You know, you're going to keep having your own tower moments. Yeah. You're going to keep having your own tower moments. And here go the collective. We just got back from a cruise. Yeah, we got another vacation in another month or so. You see? Male or female. Living their best life. Let's Duval. Okay. This concludes the read. Later.